Everything will be happy. The Hindus and the Catholics, they'll go on grand. They'll be absolutely fucking fine. Hindus will put up with any old kind of shit.
I agree, Morgan. We must send the stabby Muslims into space. It is the only way to save humanity. And more importantly, dear old Ireland.
That's where he sees the next Moses is to take the Jews off planet, head to fucking Mars and out into space and colonize space. That's what the world needs, and that's our gift to the universe. Space Jews.
Oh God, no!
Pakis and Pajits look very similar, but you can generally tell a Paki by the long beard and the turban.
Yeah, that's about it, because they are the same people. They're Indians.
Yeah,
that's all they are. Is fucking Indians. Okay?
Indians, yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't know if people know the history of Pakistan, but Islam became airborne around the year 700, and it floated over to India and just took hold magically, And then the British arrived and fucked everything up. Like they partitioned the country in 19.
Did it badly.
47. Yeah, it never worked. But we know about the British. We know about partition. We know about how they play one side off against the other. If you're ruling a mass continent like that, and there's trouble of brewing, that the Pakis want. It's okay to call them Pakis, isn't it? Like it's a friend.
Yeah, because it's Pakistan.
Yeah. So the Pakis wanted their own state because they wanted an Islamic state. And they were pushing for that, and then there was a lot of fighting. So the British said, being the British, it's okay. Well, let's cut the country in two and see how we can use this to our own advantage. And they were fucking jaded. They did a war to deal with. The Paddies were causing a fucking ruckus, and they're running it. We can't manage this empire. It's too fucking complicated. It's taking too many resources. Let's come up with a better plan. Let's give them independence. Let them think they're free. And then let's look at how we can do this through the banking system, not have to expend so much energy ruling these games when they'll rule themselves anyway. So that was implemented. But yes, so Islam took a hold in that part of the world through the airborne virus and some trading swords. I think some swords were used to cut people's heads off, and threats of killing them unless they paid the jizya or convert. And then eventually things settled down, and they brought over a couple of Sufis who got in touch with a couple of Hindus and, mixed with a bit of Jainism, and it all settled down for a while.
I'm losing it.
It bubbles up every now and again, and it's almost as if, two competing cultures shouldn't really live in close proximity with each other because it causes trouble, and that when you have a kind of homogenous society to begin with, it's not the best idea in the world to bring in the crazy head cutty off religion. It tends to cause friction amongst the natives. But for the ruling class, as Tadhg would know, it makes sense to have competing nations, because then you can divide the people, set them against each other, and you get to sail off into the sunset. But Tadhg, God bless him, can see that in every other fucking context in the world, except for Ireland, because it is a magical fairyland here. And we will just, because we're so lovely and kind and caring and nurturing, and we know what it is to be othered, that we will take care of the world, and it will just magically work here. Now, forget about Northern Ireland and the issues up there with the Protestants and the Catholics and the Loyalists and Republicans. Like that's an anomaly. And once we have a united Ireland run by Europe, well, then everything will be fine. And give it another 100 years, we'll all be Pakis anyway. And everything will work out for the best. So Tadhg, in his own unique way, manages to encapsulate the history of India in 99 seconds. He wraps up this complicated issue through the wonders of Tadhg.
Whoa! What happened here? What it is he's a common criminal. I've never done anything to him in my whole life. He broke into my house, terrorised me and my whole family. Fuck around, find out. Okay, what have we got here? We got a heroic homeowner defends himself against evil. Hey, you're the criminal who broke into his house.
I can't do it. I can't. Yeah.
I just don't have anything to say. It's just shit. I get what he's going for, and you could argue that there's merit to it. It's just so cringe, man.
I know, and he's done it to death. Like, he's got a new production company as well. This is the new logo, Bold. So he's being bold, very, very kind of douchey lefty. Like bold, brave, resilient, courageous. Right, we'll hear him out. So what's it again? Israel, bad guy. Palestine, good guy. Rather than Israel. Bad guy, Palestine, bad guy, Israel, good guy, Palestine, good guy. Very complicated, messy. Please stop killing each other. It would be nice if you could come to your senses. Let's move the Israelis to fucking Mars or something, and the Muslims can have Io or something like that on one of the moons off Jupiter. That's what Elon should be doing. Like, if you want to help the world, Elon, get to Mars quickly, give it to the fucking Jews, then sort out one of the moons around Saturn or Jupiter, whichever one it is that's in 2001: A Space Odyssey, the one that we're not supposed to go on. Put the fucking Muslims, all of them, tell them that Mohammed is on fucking Io, and get Hashim on board. And that's how we'll sort it out. Like, so that's what we need. Like, just get rid of the Jews, get rid of the Muslims, and everything will be happy. The Hindus and the Catholics, they'll go on grand. They'll be absolutely fucking fine. Hindus will put up with any old kind of shit.
I agree, Morgan. We must send the stabby Muslims into space. It is the only way to save humanity. And more importantly, dear old Ireland.
As long as they've got cows walking around, and a bit of fucking charas to keep them mellow in the evening, they'll be fine.
He hates all adherence to my religion. He's an irrelevant Nazi and a drunk, sadly. All the important neighbours are on my side. And me. Don't forget me.
Wait, India. I mean, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, the Indians are notoriously fucking Zionist and it's disgusting. But you know what? Could he have, invested a little more both thought and money into portraying those countries instead of having to fucking display card it to us?
Yeah, he could have put more work into it. But again, it's fucking lazy. Like, oh yeah, Indian, right wing, Pakistan, left wing. Like, I know nothing about Pakistan. Like, I shouldn't have to. I don't, but I can't imagine that they're very left wing or tolerant. The same with India. I know their current prime minister is somewhat. I think he's kind of right of centre, but that's it for Tadhg, isn't it? It's pro-Israel, anti-Israel. That's where the line gets divided, and everything else is to be ignored. It's just that fucking simple. Left wing, right wing, good, bad, black, white.
Well, I suppose he has to like me then, because I'm pro-Palestine. So I guess I'm one of him then.
Yeah, well,
in his mind,
I doubt it. Like, it would, unless you agree with every fucking single thing. Like, and again, what's the solution from this guy? Is what that what magic solution is there? The two-state solution, and that will solve it. Like, so that will then Israel will be happy, Palestine will be happy, and then never the twain should meet. I'm telling you, it's a two fucking planet solution. That's the only real solution. It just won't. It won't fly. Like, you can't get on with each other. You have to be separated. You're not sitting beside each other. You're not being in the same class. You're not even being on the same planet anymore. Like, we're sending you to fucking Mars. We believe that's where fucking Moses actually wanted to go. But the rockets didn't show up. And what's his name? Space Moses. Fucking Weinstein, one of the Weinstein brothers, he'll lead the charge. He wants to get the Jews off the planet. That's where he sees the next Moses is to take the Jews off planet, head to fucking Mars and out into space and colonize space. That's what the world needs, and that's our gift to the universe. Space Jews.
Oh God, no!
Jews are in space. We're zooming along, protecting the Hebrew race. We're Jews are in space. If trouble appears, we'll put it right back in its place. When Goyle attack us, we'll give him a smack, we'll slap him right back in the face. And who's out in space? It's coming along, protecting the
No, let's just fucking nuke each other until we're destroyed. We can't allow this to escape containment.
Because let's get them off the planet, going fucking out into the universe. It's a vast expanse out there. There's plenty of room. You are the chosen people. Go forth, go all the way forth, and multiply. The universe is yours. Go and spread the word. I believe here are the coordinates to Nazi planet. Off you go, and then the Packies. Just all we need to do is send up 2 white women in a rocket first to Io, and then they'll all follow because they're all fucking mad for it, you know. Anyway, back to our man here.
Stand with him too. You should be ashamed of yourself after what he did to you and me. It's the exact same playbook. You're just jealous that I'm in the big league now.
So yeah,
That doesn't even make sense. The Indians are Zionists because they've been plagued by fucking Muslims all their fucking lives.
yeah.
These
Well,
people blow themselves up and kill Indians, you know.
again, you can only infer what the fuck he's talking about. So Ireland, as portrayed by Tadhg, is the moany, whingy guy who's trying to shame other people into thinking as Ireland should on the world stage. So again, because we've been under the whip of colonialism, then India should what? Recognize this only makes sense in the context of outbreak of the skirmish between Pakistan and India. Otherwise, there's no reason to do this at all. Like to my knowledge, India hasn't come out and said, "Okay, we're rowing in with Israel here. We're going hell for leather. We're sending troops to Palestine to finish the fucking job off." What's happened is there's been an attack in India where some Islamic fundamentalist group have gone into a park. They've shot and killed like 26 people. I think Tadhg may be taking the conspiratorial view, like, okay, well, this is not actually Islamic fundamentalist or some terror cell. It's actually it's India itself who sent these guys in to, as a false.
Oh, is that what this is about?
Well, I don't fucking know. Like, that's what I mean. Like, so I doubt it's so layered. It's not. It's just so. I think for him it may be a case of like just India bad, Pakistan good, but there is that obvious. Okay, well, India, about colonialism just as Ireland does. Therefore, you should know that this is what the British at work. Or maybe it's the Zionists themselves, like that. It's actually it's Mossad. But if you get into that line of thinking, well, then that there are no terrorists anywhere ever. It's all like everyone. It's the grand conspiracy and the great flaw in the grand conspiracy that every fucking thing is a conspiracy from the moment you get up in the morning to the moment you go to night. That nobody has any agency over anything that is a imperialist conspiracy or a Zionist conspiracy, and that there's no, there are no actual terror groups out there anywhere, or there's never been a genuine revolution. And that's not to say that certain powers have their fingers in them or use them to their advantage, but I can't accept that, okay, well, what's happening with those people who died in India, that it couldn't possibly be just some fucking terror cell in Pakistan. And there's arguments on both sides. Okay, well, the Indians are using it to their advantage because their Prime Minister Modi, or whatever his name is, he's using this as a way to remain relevant and popular. And the same for the Pakistani government, like that they're using it for their own advantage as well. And they've been throwing, I don't know, shit at each other across the border, and a couple of, they sent up a couple of planes, and apparently Pakistan took them down. And I don't know. I'm tired. I'm done.
Yeah. Look, it's an old story. It's an old story. It's been going on for, the fucking beginning of fucking known human existence. You know, there's always some underhanded shit going on, and you have to spend time parsing things out. You can't just look at it and think categorically and think, yeah, I know exactly what's going on. In that case, if you just may as well not fucking think about it at all, because you're probably going to come out with some fucking brain dead shit like Tadhg is coming out with now.
Yeah, and that's why he's taking it down, because it's like it makes no fucking sense. Like, and it's retarded to throw this up. Like, you have essentially two countries who have nuclear weapons have the potential to destroy each other. Now we know they won't, because it's a spoiler alert. Like, we're tired now of waiting for the end of the fucking world. It's getting to the point of like, oh, for fuck's sake, just do it. Just so we don't have to, live under the fear of it. Oh, now it's over here, like it was. Oh, Ukraine. Oh, that must be. Is that being settled now? Is it okay? That's being settled. Okay, what do we do next? Okay, India, Pakistan. Your turn now. Like, you fool all the people and terrify them that the world's going to end because of you guys. Well, we fixed this area of the world now. And we're actually going into Ukraine now. We want those fucking precious minerals. And so we're going in there. So the war's over. Okay, Pakistan, India. What? Oh yeah, there's a lot of gold and uranium over there. You two pretend to fight for a while, and we'll come in. Who fucking knows, right?
Yeah.
Frame it as, okay, well, India good or India bad because they're right wing, and Pakistan good because they're what? Who even knows what wing they fucking are, or because they're oppressed Muslims. They should be pitied, and it's time to put the Indian flag in the profile. It's horseshit, and I think that's the only reason he took it down, is because he realised, well, actually, if I put this up, it's going to cause trouble, because he doesn't know himself which way the left is going on this. It's like, so he's
Right.
want to isolate his own people. It's like, oh fuck, or maybe he had a conversation with some of his fucking like-minded individuals, and he was getting some pushback on siding with.
That has to be
Pakistan.
it, because I'm not buying the fact the idea that he thought about this after putting it up, because that's not Tadhg. He doesn't think much at all, and I don't think any of the sycophants in his fucking Patreon would have said, "Hey, Tadhg, that's fucked up, man." So it had to have been, just he went to the weekly fucking Palestine vigil, and he got the download from them, and like, okay, that's what we think. Okay, I agree.
Why don't you want me in the picture? Well, buddy, you're not like us, really, are you? You're a different breed. Thanks for all the support, though.
There's a very, very close relationship between the people of Israel and the people of India. Yeah, and there's very strong economic connections and diplomatic connections. It was like this guy just made this shit up. Yeah, it has to be racism. All white people are racist all the time to every other race.
And again, I just don't like he's short on solutions. Like, I don't understand what he fucking wants. Like, other than
No, there is
kill
no
all
solutions.
kill all the Jews. The final solution is that what he fucking wants. If that's what you want, come out and fucking say it.
Actually, yeah, that's the only fucking solution that you could possibly read into this.
Yeah, because they're not going anywhere. They're not going to just have a sudden fucking eureka moment. Just, oh yeah, you know what? This killing shit that we're doing, yeah, it's bad. Like, and it's not good for humanity. So let's stop. Let's just stop now. We spoke with the fucking great Maddie, and he's put us on the right track, like that. We are all one, and let's just embrace this new one world religion under the great Maddie, and wait for the last imam to come back. No, it's not going to happen. So just come out with a Tadhg instead of marching up and down the fucking streets saying free, free, free Palestine, free, free, free Pakistan, free, 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 whatever the fuck it is. Say what you want. And it can only be a case that the only way to solve this problem for you and your fellow travelers is to kill all the fucking Jews. So say that, and then deal with the Jews. See how it goes. See how long it takes for Mossad to show up at your fucking house and have a chat with you. But please say it. Like, say it loud and say it proud, as you would fucking say, instead of all this free fucking Palestine and come into Ireland. If they don't want you, we'll take you. We will cherish you and love you, and in kind you will, bit in our fucking face because of human nature. Because you don't welcome a host under those circumstances. You get there and go, okay, this is mine now, and I don't like your shit. I don't like your ways. This is haram. There's fucking haram everywhere. What's with all the haram? This haram needs to be crushed and sorted out. I don't like these homosexuals. I don't like these women walking around tempting me with their golden hair and flesh on display. That needs to be controlled, and it will be controlled because it's everywhere you fucking look. It doesn't work, and we're seeing it now in Sweden, and we'll touch on it when I hadn't planned it, but I'll mention it now anyway. When we listen to this Hisham tape, he mentions a certain Islamic movement which goes back to 2012 and prepping movement. And again, we forget that outside of our own bubble or Western bubble, that the same things are happening in other cultures as well. So this whole fucking movement called Village Islam, where they are prepping because of the eventual collapse of society. And they have this movement throughout Europe where they're having their own Muslim communities, I believe, in the common vernacular, ghettos in Sweden, because they don't like the state that they're in. Because the state, and especially in Sweden, don't like how these guys act. Well, under their laws, they don't like how they act. So they're going in, they're taking their children from them because of their belief system, because when they put them into the schools, and it's a very secular system in Sweden, these Muslim guys, they don't want their children being taught that homosexuality is okay, that men can be women, and women can be men. And so when they object to it, the social services come, take their children away from them, and give them the good fucking homosexual Swedes. And they resent that. And then that leads to, guess what? Burning the fucking place down, killing them, bombing them. You know, but oh no, let's not talk about that. And you know, you can't blame the people. Like, and again, we don't know under what guises they got there. Like, everyone thinks that they're just, you know, floating in from the fucking sky and landing on the ground, or somehow they're magically making their way from Pakistan and all these far off places with not a bean in their fucking pocket, but somehow they managed to pay some trafficker, you know, 10 grand to get here. Pull the fucking other one. Flown in at the expense of the state. And you can go down whatever route you want if it's okay. If it's, well, they're bringing them in for cheap labor. They're bringing them in to invade the country. It's a UN army. It's a fucking Jewish conspiracy. It's the Kalergi plan. It doesn't fucking matter. They're here. And they're here. And this is what will fucking happen, because they won't adapt. And probably these guys from Islam probably have more in common with what's classified here as the far right, which would make it a nice alliance, as long as they fucked off when we're done
afterwards. Yeah.
But that's just not going to
no
happen. So they'll want their own piece of the land, because they don't want to, you know, leave Sweden. These guys, they want to remain there, but in their Muslim village, as they call it. When the village tends to expand over time and get bigger and bigger and bigger until it consumes all, and then there's just one large village, and then the villagers go to fucking war with each other. And then guess what happens? You end up with a partition. So please, Tadhg, as you fucking desecrate the Irish flag there by putting a Palestinian flag on it, you may as well put a fucking, you know, an Israeli flag on it for all you matter. What does that say to people? What message are you putting out there? Like, Ireland for the Palestine, or it's solidarity with Palestine? Guess what, Tadhg? We all feel fucking sympathy for Palestinians because of what's happening to them. The same as we felt sympathy for those Israelis when they were killed on that day, and every poor fucker who, you know, dies unjustly, and especially children. But there's not a fucking thing you can do about it on an international front. And if you want to be so kind as to invite all those people to come and live here, well then lead by example, and put them up in your own fucking house first, okay? Do that, lead by example, and then maybe you have the moral ground to stand on it. Okay, well, look what I did. I'm willing to do this. I'm giving up my fucking home to welcome these people at your expense, mind, as well. So you do that rather than get €800 a month from the government to put one of them up in your fucking spare bedroom. And then maybe we will listen to you. And until then, shut the fuck up, pick up a banjo, and sing like the dancing fucking monkey that you are. Anyway. Fucking guy.
Jeez, okay. Yeah, I have nothing to add.